I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Flagler Beach City Manager Larry Newsom has died. Newsom, who had been experiencing health issues and was on sick leave at least twice in recent months, was hospitalized at Advent Health in Palm Coast when he died Sunday. City Commission Chair Jane Mealy called Newsom's death a profound loss for the Flagler Beach family and says they'll miss his dedication to the city. Newsom is credited with leading the city through Hurricanes Matthew, Irma, and Dorian, and the pivotal rebuilding of State Road A1A since taking over at the helm in January of 2016, making a large impact in just a short period of time. Funeral arrangements haven't yet been announced. Newsom was 55. If you haven't yet applied for individual COVID-19 relief from the county, you're out of luck. The grant process is now closed to new applicants after hitting its limit. Funded with CARES Act dollars from the federal government, the program had $5 million to dole out, and it's all been spoken for at this point. If you've already submitted an application prior to the process closing, you're urged to keep your appointment to ensure you get the assistance. You'll need your state driver's license or photo ID, as well as all of the bills you plan to pay or seek reimbursement for. The process can't be completed without that information. It's back to school time in Flagler County. Karen Johnson has more.
Flagler schools begin in-person and virtual classes today, so the sheriff's office will have increased patrols in school zones and bus stops throughout the county beginning today through September 4th to help get the school year off to a safe start. Sheriff Rick Staley has a message.
Make a plan now to give yourself more time in the morning to get to where you're going, and keep eyes on the roadway and not on distractions. Remember, it is a violation of Florida law to text or talk on the phone while in a school or construction zone.
Sheriff Staley adds deputies from all units, including traffic, canine, cops, and school resource deputies, will be working to ensure the safety of everyone on and off school campuses.
While this year may not look like any other school year, we still hope you all have the best year yet and want to wish everyone a safe start to the new school year.
And says any suspicious persons, vehicles, or activities should always be reported to 911 or the non-emergency line at 313-4911 immediately. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Flagler County students return to classes today. What are the concerns here and statewide?
Jacob Oliva is the former Flagler County Schools Superintendent and the current Executive Vice Chancellor of Schools for the state of Florida. He says a one-size-fits-all mandate does not work in Florida.
The needs in Liberty County are very different than the needs in Broward County, which is different than the needs right there in Flagler County. So we believe in supporting local decision making and local control and making sure that districts have the flexibility that they need to support the students in their community the best they can.
Oliva said that a survey of parents showed that about a third wanted their kids back in school, a third wanted them schooled at home, and a third were undecided. He said that school districts used that information to create a better learning environment for students across the state. To listen to the entire interview, download the Flagler radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, we'll hear from our current Flagler Schools superintendent about how comfortable the staff is returning to school. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
Palmetto berry season is here, and officials are reminding residents there are strict limits on where they can be harvested. John Arking has the details.
While some private property owners allow the harvesting of palmetto berries with permission, picking them or anything else is not allowed on Flagler County-owned or managed preserves and parks, according to Flagler County Public Information Officer Julie Murphy.
Whether it's soil or rock or sand or stones or trees or shrubs, all of that, it's illegal to remove it from our county parks properties and public areas. And violators should know that they can be subject to a fine of up to $500. But part of our main concern, though, is when people go to harvest those berries, they're often doing it with machetes. So you have people in our parks trying to get these berries, and they're with machetes. And if you have For your mom with your small kids, you don't necessarily want to see somebody coming out of the woods with a machete. You don't know what their intentions are, and it's a little bit unnerving.
Murphy says the desire for the berries is mostly monetary, as there's a black market for them for their supposed medicinal properties. Regardless, she hopes the public will help serve as their extra eyes and ears.
If somebody sees somebody harvesting these berries on county-owned property, or, if you just see somebody with a machete on county-owned property, that's probably what they're doing. If you would call Mike Lagacy at 386-313-4064 and let him know, that would be great.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.